Yo, what's going on, my friends? It's your boy Jdun, Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. I am so excited to announce that our Trading from Step 1 series is finally here. Every single day and week, I have people ask me, and they say, Jdun, how do I start trading? I'm new. I've been trading for 3 months, 6 months, maybe even up to a year or two, and I just can't get it down. I saw a need for not only a very valuable, but also organized course, step by step on how you can get started, the exact things you need to know, and some other tips and tricks to help you make more money day trading and in the stock market. And before we really dive into this, there's a few really important things that I want to say and that I want you to know. First and foremost is these will be posted every single Saturday, okay? I used to do SPY and QQQ analysis. I'm going to wrap those in with our Sunday watch list now. And Saturdays will be strictly dedicated to the series. We will build off each episode in the future ones from the last ones, and every single one is going to have a purpose to making you a better trader. So if that sounds of interest to you, if you like free education, if you like making money, please consider hitting that like, subscribe button, come on this journey with me, comment what you want to see next, what you think would be helpful, things I could potentially add in. And of course, I will take all suggestions seriously and make this the best that I can. And second, I have nothing to sell you with this. Yes, we have our live trading. Yes, we have Mastermind on the side, but this is not going to be talked about, oh, you can learn this here, but learn more over there. I'm not going to try to upsell you here. This is strictly for solid beginner and intermediate education. I want to see you guys win. You guys watch my videos. You guys support me. It's time that I give even more back and support you guys too. So I just want you to know there's no upsell here. I want to have a strict organized education, and a playlist on this YouTube channel that anyone can come in, learn how to set up their charts, learn how to read basic charts, execute stuff like that, and not have to pay anything. Because I know as a beginner, with so many scammers and stuff out there, it's kind of sketchy. So I got you. There's no upsell here. It's strictly for your education, for your benefit, and my gift back to you guys as beginners. I want to see y'all win in 2023 and 2024. So that being said, a little insight on exactly what we're going to go over in this series, some curriculum, and how to best use this. We're going to be going over expectations. What does it take to be a trader? What are some expectations beginners come in with that they might get wrong? Maybe you're still 3-6 months in and you still have the wrong expectations. We're going to clear that up. We're going to take a deep dive into candlesticks and price action. What do I look at? What is a candlestick? We're going to touch on that briefly today and then move on to our chart setup. Then more in the future, we're going to go over exactly what to see in candlesticks, weekly charts, daily charts, all that stuff. How to set up your trading platform. I'm going to be going over a deep dive into TD Ameritrade, how I use mine. I have a brand new account set up from scratch from what you will see when you download it or when you first start, that I will show you exactly how I like to set mine up, the best ways, and how to use hotkeys, stuff like that. So complete broker setup. I also have friends that do interactive brokers. I could probably have them on for an episode as well. If you guys would want that, comment that down below for those in the US that use that or outside of the US, and we can get you guys a nice full in-depth review on how to use that as well. So we'll be touching on supply and demand. I will be having a few supply and demand traders come and join me on Saturdays to help teach you guys. So you won't just be getting my insights, but some other people as well, how supply and demand can help us, how to use it on bigger time frames. The biggest part of this, though, is going to be common mistakes traders make. We want to fix those, and how to have big wins and small losses. That is the biggest problem in the trading community, is having 1, 2, 3, 4 winning days, and then wham, a 5th day you get a huge loss. We can't have that anymore, fam. We got to fix that. Hopefully trading from step 1 will help you do just that. And finally, how to build a solid lifelong foundation as a trader. Now, I'm not going to say that we're going to sit here and you're going to watch us and become a millionaire, right? But what I want from this beginner series is to have you have a nice lifelong foundation, a solid foundation, how to use your charts, how to start out, and to make a plan on how you're going to build off this to make your money in the long term. That is my goal for you guys, fam. So that being said, we're going to have a lot more than that as well, a lot more different things coming in, and I appreciate and read all the comments and feedback below. If you want me to include something, if you think I could do something better, please let me know below. I want to know, I want to hear you guys' opinions, and that's how we all build together as we help each other. So that being said, some expectations about trading. Getting rich quick, let's clear this up real quick, okay? I think everyone or a lot of people get into trading because they see nice stuff. They want that fast money. That was me back in the day. I wanted the Lambo. I wanted the nice stuff. I quickly realized, yes, you can get that stuff, but there is a lot more meat in this to get to before you can get anything nice, okay? This is a long journey. I've been learning for 6+ going on 7 years. It is not easy. It is not get rich quick. And if you're starting trading because you need to pay for something, because you need money for this or need money for that, that is one of the quickest way to lose, because you will be trading with emotion and not trading on principle and not focusing on the education. So being said, really focus on the education, focus on the principle, focus on the learning, focus on the process, and profits will come later, okay? Second is the aha moment. Let's talk about it. Everyone asks me, they say, Jdun, when did your aha moment come? I want my aha moment. I want trading to become easy. And the reality is the aha moment for me never came. Your aha moment in trading is going to be more so just consistent confidence and risk management every single day. Coming into every day not scared. Clicking that buy button knowing you're using the proper position sizing. Coming in and sticking to a plan every day and thinking, wow, I have a lot of confidence in this. I have a lot of conviction in this. That for me is an ongoing aha moment. It wasn't just some light bulb that clicked on and was like, damn, I'm rich now. That's not how it goes. So keep that expectation in check too and really focus on the process along the way. 3 is experience equals excellence. You can buy millions of trading courses. Watching this, you won't have to because this is going to give you what most $300 to $500 courses would throughout the span of a month or two on YouTube, maybe even more. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. But you cannot buy experience, okay? I can teach you everything I know. The next trader can teach you everything he or she knows. But if you don't have the experience, if you don't watch that setup happen over and over, it's just not going to work out for you. You're not going to have confidence in that setup. So the more experience you get, showing up to market open every single day, showing up and watching with purpose every single day, that is how you're going to really build a solid foundation as a trader and, apply everything that you're learning in this or, in other sources of education. So next, the 3 C's of trading. Confidence, conviction, and comparison. 2 are great. 1 is going to kill you. Okay? We have to have confidence in our trading. A lot of your trading psychology problems, a lot of your trading, P&L problems are stemming from not having confidence in yourself, which leads to not having conviction in your trades. So the more you learn, the more experience you get, the more confidence and conviction you're going to have. And I also think a part that plays in that is having a solid setup on your TD Ameritrade or whatever platform you're on. I recommend TD, and having confidence in that so you can execute, without trouble. So we're going to go over that today, get you set on that. And also comparison. Okay, you're going to be watching this. I'm going to be doing recaps. As you know, I do daily recaps every single day on this channel. Right? If you're comparing, Jdun made 5K, 10K, 15K, why am I not there yet? You also don't realize I've been learning for 6+ years. I remember seeing people make 50, 100K in a day, and instead of being jealous, instead of comparing, saying I suck, you know what I said? I said, I'm going to be there someday. And that's the mindset that you have to have as a trader. You got to say, you know what? I'm going to learn everything they're going to teach me. I'm going to soak it all in because I can do this too. I'm not going to compare. I'm going to sit here and learn from you and be a sponge and try and focus up so I can do the same thing one day too. So confidence and conviction, yes, that's going to be your bread and butter. Comparison, no more, fam. We're all on the same journey, but on different paths. So being said, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. Just like anything in life. You go to the gym one day and do some, do bench press, you're not going to get stronger likely. If you go to the gym routinely for a year or two and do bench press, you're going to get a bigger chest and you're going to be stronger. Same thing with trading. You show up every day, you learn, you put in the work, you're going to get better over time, fam. It's just you're going to get better over time, okay? And finally, the best loser wins. In trading, I can show you how to win. I think a lot of you know how to win, but the problem is you don't know how to lose. So in this, I'm going to be going over how to find solid setups, how to become a better loser, going over risk management, and giving you guys maybe, I think honestly, some simple tips and simple education that hopefully will get that, get that click in your head, give you confidence, and help you become the best and smallest loser possible. So being said, those are some expectations I really think we all need to focus on and stick to our guns when we're learning in the trading from Step 1 series. So real quick, just for anyone who's absolutely beginner, I want to go over quick what are candlesticks and why they're important to us as traders, because I know there's going to be some people in here that have never seen a chart before, okay? If you have, then you can skip past this a little bit. I recommend you still stay because there's going to be a lot of value in every slide here, but nonetheless, that's where we're at. So what is a candlestick? You see this green and red things and you're like, what is going on, right? I don't know what's going on. So simple. Any green candlestick, no matter what time frame we're on, you have this rectangle here, right? At the bottom of this rectangle is called the open. This is the price that this candle opened at. So this is a 5-minute chart. Price opened here, let's say at 1, and we close the candle. Let's say this is again a 5-minute candlestick. We close the end of this 5 minutes right here at this close. So we opened here, closed here. So what are the wicks? This is as high as we went in that time frame, and this is as low as we went in this time frame. Same thing with the daily chart. If you're on the daily time frame, we open the day here, we close the day here. We went as high as here and low as here. And we're going to go into later why that is so important to know as traders and how these candlesticks right here are going to be the basis of your trading and you making money long-term in the stock market. Now, vice versa with a red candlestick. Let's say we're on a 5-minute chart. That means we opened here, we closed here, all right? So same thing with a daily. We opened here, opened the day here, closed down here, went as low as here and went as high as here. So this was a bullish day right here. We opened low, closed high. Bullish, stocks went up. Everyone was buying. Vice versa. The red, we opened here, closed here. Selling, people were bearish. Now these candlesticks have the same philosophies on every single time frame, whether it's 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute. The opens down here, closes up here in green. The high is here, low is here, vice versa. Same thing on red. Opens here, closes here. The low is here, but we wicked back up, and the high is here. All right? So that is the basics of what a candlestick is, no matter how it looks. Okay? Now I threw these in because these are some of my favorite candlestick patterns, specifically pin bars. I love pin bars. Okay? So what this means right here is basically we opened here, we closed here, we went as low as here, and buyers said nope. They pushed us all the way back up, and then we had a little wick up here. So this is bullish because it shows sellers tried to push us all the way down. Buyers said nope, pushed us all the way back up, right? Red or green, right? This is still a bullish candlestick most of the time. Vice versa, if it's the opposite way, we have a bearish pin bar, okay? Buyers tried to push us up here. Sellers said, no, ma'am, no, sir. Push us all the way back down, right? Opened here, closed here, opened here, closed here. Either way, still bearish. Sellers won this time frame, whether it was on the daily chart, the 1 minute chart, or the 5-minute chart, okay? No, I don't really use morning stars and evening stars. I just like it as a reversal candle. It shows we came down, had some indecision here. We couldn't decide which way to go. So likely we're breaking that downtrend, time to move back up. Or vice versa, we're breaking this uptrend. We have some indecisiveness, time to move back down. And then we have these as well. Bullish engulfing is an open here, a close here, as high as here, as low as here. And I typically only use bullish engulfings and bearish engulfings on the daily and weekly chart, okay? Only on the bigger time frames. And so we have this big open here, and we engulf the previous candle right here. So this is smaller. We engulf this, typically the opposite color as well, typically make a move up. Vice versa, we engulf this with a bigger red candle, typically the one before it's green, engulf this, and then we may make a move down, okay? The exact opposite with bullish and bearish haramis. I think harami means like baby in Japan or something. So the baby's born, breaks out, goes up, right? Green to red here. Vice versa, bearish harami in here, break out, baby's free, downwards, okay? So we have that. And typically one more thing, we're going to go over candlesticks later, but when I'm day trading, okay, I'm on the 5-day and 5-day, 5-minute and 15-minute chart day trading, sometimes the 1 minute, the first 15 minutes of market open. Then when I'm finding levels, hourly chart, daily chart, and weekly chart. So just so you guys know that, take that into the notes too. Now, I threw in these for two reasons. One, I wanted you guys to have a sheet of some different chart or candlestick patterns to look at, but more importantly to say, I don't use any of these, right? I use hammers and pin bars, and that's it, right? And the ones I showed you before. But I can promise you, in my years of making tons of money trading, I have never once said, oh, I see a fry pat bottom, it's time to get in. Oh, I see a I see a bullish mat hold. Yep, I'm about to make some money on this. No, real traders, majority of traders, I don't want to say real because that could, if there's traders that make money on these, great, I applaud you. But the majority of traders I know that have had actual success in trading, real success and real results, do not use random weird, candlestick patterns or chart patterns. They use basic go-to price action. They use the ones that the candlesticks tell a story, not just random, dumpling tops. All right, so get that through your head. Stick to the basics. Stick to what the overall market's going to see. But here's these just in case. Vice versa. Here's some bearish ones just in case as well, so you guys have them. Again, I could tell you, out of my years and years of trading, I've never made money off a bearish mat hold. I stick to my guns and I stick to what actually works. So still want you to have them just in case. And finally, let's head on over to the charts to go over the basics and how I set up every single day, give you a TD Ameritrade walkthrough, and show you how to set up your charts and get confident. Let's go. All right, my friends, let's get this party started. So the first step to this is you're going to be making a brokerage account on tdameritrade.com. You make that account, you fund it. I think the minimum is like $50 or $25 or something like that. And then you use that same login information to log in to the TOS charting platform on your desktop. So you're going to go to their website. You're going to download the Think or Swim charting platform, their execution platform. This is where you will trade. You won't trade on tdameritrade.com. You'll trade on this desktop app, Thinkorswim. So when you download that, log into here, this is what you're going to see. Now, there's a few tabs we're going to be focusing on, mainly the charts tab and this trade tab. All right, we're going to go over this. We're going to go over active trader, all products, the option chain, but we're going to specifically start right here with charts. Okay, so very basics. If you want to look up a ticker, we're going to say SPY right here. We're going to go SPY, SPY. You type it in this top left corner, press SPY. The chart comes up. Now, if it doesn't come up, you're going to look on this right side over here. Now, if you press chart right here, ready? It's going to go away. But if you press chart again, it comes back. Okay? So this is the trade tab up here. You go right here. You can press buy market, sell market. You're not really going to use that. Time and sales, it's going to tell you all the existing sales coming through. I really don't use that as well. Active trader, this is going to be a big one. Okay? We're going to go over this more when we get to this trade tab, so stick around for that. Okay? This is a big one. All right, big buttons. These are just buttons to buy and sell. I don't really use these either. Phase scores, I never use ever. Dashboard, don't use. Level 2 is something you will use. We'll talk about level 2 later. I talk about it in my videos sometimes. This is showing all the bids and the ask. Okay, the ask is what people that own the stock are asking to sell it for. Think of it like eBay. If you own it, the ask is this. This is what you'll be paying. However, the bidders, this is what people are buying for. If you're a bidder, you're bidding on something, okay? You're bidding to buy, let's say SPY at 396.19. There's a 42 lot size and bid size, 4,200 shares. These are all in increments of 100, okay? And then the price between the bid and the ask is you see that the bid is 396.19 and the ask is 396.28. That is the spread. So there's a 9-cent spread on this on SPY. So that's level 2. We'll go into that more later. And live news is down here. I don't use that as well. So now let's take a look real quick up at this right here. Okay, this right here, this edit studies, this is where you're going to add your indicators, okay? And I suggest to you guys, again, when you're watching this, make sure if you can have 2 screens up or be going back and forth to your TD Ameritrade and then watching this video so you can actually be applying these things, not trying to remember every single thing you're watching. It's very difficult. So we're going to click this Edit Studies tab. It gives us this, all right? Now looking at this, I think let me add this onto the video real quick. Hold on. All right, so this is how it's going to look when you pull this up. This is where we're going to add our indicators or any studies we'd like to. So let's start by adding an EMA. Let's go with the moving average exponential. Whoops, this is how we're going to add any EMAs we'd like, and this goes for any indicators. We're going to double click, and it's going to send it over here. Now, when we click this, I'm going to have to add another screen real quick. We're going to click this this wheel right here, boom. And after that, this pops up. So in this length period, we can edit the days. Let's say we want 8-day EMA, boom, we can do that. Let's say we want 20-day EMA, boom, we can do that. So we change that there, and if you don't want to get it mixed up with other indicators, you can click here, right? Want to change the color to orange, and press OK. Boom. Now this 20-day EMA is going to be orange. Let's say we also want to add an 8-day EMA in there too. Double click again. It's going to send it over. Same deal. Let's add that in. 9. Keep this color. Okay. Cool. So now that we have this, right, something cool you can do too so you don't have to change this every time is you go save as set. All right, here. It's going to come up. I'll add this again. And it's going to give you the option to name your set. So let's name this Team Bowl. Team Bowl is number 1. Okay, so we're going to save that set. Boom, press save. All right, so if we go over to our sets now, as you can see here, let's go look at that real quick. It's going to pop up like this. So now, instead of going to every single different chart you set up and having to add these in, you have your set, and that goes for anything else. You can add VWAP. You can go edit the set. Let's say here we add VWAP, one of my favorite indicators. Boom, save a set, same thing. VWAP, baby. Add that as a set. So we go here. Boom, we have 2 sets now, right? So we're all good there. This is how you add any indicators. You can move these around, double tap, save sets, all that fun stuff. So let's close out of that. Next tab over, these are going to be our settings. Now you won't need to use much of these, but honestly the one that I have used before is your time axis. If you want to add more room, so let's say you want to chart, but you're like, I can't go any further. Like I want to see what the future is going to hold. You can go to your settings right here, and then we can go to time axis right here. Let's say we add 100 bars to the right. Okay, we add that, we press OK. Boom, it's going to give us all this extra space to have fun with, right? So we can chart long term, do all that crazy stuff. So that is how you do that. You can add more time to your charts. You can chart better, all that fun stuff. Cool. Let's keep going. Next is going to be your time frames. Up here, 1 day or 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. You can customize these as well over at time frame, do all that fun stuff here. But these are where you're going to find your main time frames to trade from. So 4 hours, all these are 4 hour candlesticks. 5 minute, all these are 5 minute candlesticks intraday. So that's how you're going to change all those. Style, you won't really need to use any of this. You can play with that if you want. Also, TD Ameritrade has tutorials to walk you through if you would so like. However, I don't think you'll use that very much. Drawings, you can click this. You can add different drawing tools, trend lines, stuff like that. You can go here. You can remove drawings as well. Clear drawing set. No more drawings. No more fun. Get another studies tab. Load studies, save studies, all that good stuff. And that's the main thing you're going to use here. Now, one more thing too. One more thing you're going to use with your chart setup, okay, is we're going to go here, and you can add as many charts as you want using this up here. So you want 16 charts. Do that. So you want to have all the charts in the world, 32 charts. You can do that. For my charts tab, I use 2. I have the weekly chart typically over here. All right, then I have my hourly chart. All right, let's go here. Let's type in Tesla. I have my hourly chart over here. So when I'm in the morning, when I'm charting back and forth, I'm looking at the hourly and I'm looking at the weekly or daily on this side. So that's how I have mine personally set up. I only use that for these. What I'll also do too is I'll change these to like red 1. So if you have this tab right here changed, we're gonna go over this in a second too, and we link these. If it's red 1 and this is red 1, I can type in Tesla, watch this. They both switch. I can type in NVIDIA, they switch. Amazon, they switch. I can do that, and they follow each other, so I can flip through. I'm like, oh, I don't like that chart. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to SPY. Let's check that out too. Cool. I can go through all those, and it makes my life much easier and much more efficient when I'm looking through charts and looking for setups on bigger time frames. So that being said, that's how I use those. When I'm doing that in the morning, I also, let's not forget I told you how I'd set mine up. I also use volume. I usually keep my charts pretty clean, but I use volume AVG. Typically, and then I go here. Actually, let's put that up in the volume section as well. That's how I have mine, and it looks like this. So then my volume sticks are candle. We're gonna go, or my volume candlesticks are colored. So we're gonna go over all that later too. Now that's how I use that tab. Okay, charts. I use it for bigger charts. I use it for charting. That's it. When I'm trading, I go over to the trade tab. Now this is active trader. This is how it's gonna look when you set it up. I personally have mine set up with 8 spots. So let's go here. Let's get this all set up. Let's type in SPY. Let's type in QQQ. Let's type in together Tesla, and let's type in together Amazon. Okay, so same things with the charts on the side. Charts, active trader tab right here. Chart, active trader tab. Now on my active trader tab, what I will do is I will click this, okay, and I will click this little wheel right here. All right, let's see if that pops up. It does. Cool. So this is how it looks default. I like to add in, take this quantity with buttons, drag this up, and take auto send on and off, drag this up. So now this is how it looks. And why do I do that? Because if you're trading just how it was basically, let's say we press buy market and auto send's not on. It's gonna go like this. It's gonna look like this, okay? It's gonna show us, all right, this is your order, this is your commission size, this is how much buying power you have left, and you have to go, you have to click that, you have to look at it, and you have to press send, okay? That takes a lot of effort. Now, on the flip side, if we have auto send on, we click that on, guess what happens? Boom, it's gonna send us in right there. Buy market, you're in right that. No confirmations, you're just in, okay? Now, vice versa, same with selling. You wanna sell market, sell, it's gotta look at all this, gotta do all that. You have to confirm it, all right? We don't have time for that. But if we have auto send on, sell market, boom, like Donkey Kong, you're quick, all right? All right, so that's how I set that up. I always have mine set up with quantity with buttons on, auto send on and off. So let's do that on these two. And I would do it on all of them, but we're not, for time purposes, we won't. So we have those on. Now, let's say I'm trading Amazon and Tesla. You see a setup on Amazon and you're looking, you want to take the, you think Amazon's going to 100, you want to buy calls. So before, you've been doing this. You see that, you're, okay, I gotta buy calls. I got to type in Amazon right here and then find the expiration date and then go and, click the calls, click this. And then I got to look at this and confirm send. Like, it takes too long. So what we can do is this. I'm about to put you on some game, fam. So we have red 1. We're going to select red 1 up here. Okay? And by the way, for anyone new, these are option contracts. We'll go over these in a second too. We're going to click red 1 up here on this all products tab. See this? This is the option chain. Click this down. Option chain. We're going to go to our, let's say 99 calls, right? We're going to go here, right click, boom. we're going to go down, and we're going to go down, okay? We're going to send these to red 1, these option contracts. We're going to go on the ask for these calls on the left right here and send them to red 1. Ready? Look what this is going to do. I'm about to blow your mind. Okay, we're going to put in red 1 here, and it's going to bring up this exact option contract, okay? So I typically like, if I'm trading Amazon right here, I like to have the option contract right here. So now let's set up the active trader again. Auto send on, quantity with buttons on. Now we can press auto send on, and this quantity right here, this 10 is going to be the contract. So if we press buy market, it's going to buy us 10 contracts. If we press sell market, it's going to sell us 10 contracts. So now instead of having to flip over, I can just watch this. I can have my setup ready. I can click boom and be in. Right? Let's say we want to switch it. Let's say we think it's going to 100 or we want a different strike. If we're in a really time-sensitive situation, we can go here, we can backspace, and we can change this number to 100. Now it's going to give us the 100 calls right here. Boom, 100 calls. We want in, we can press this, buy market, bang, we're in. Now, let me do you one even more solid. Okay? Actually, before that, we'll do you one solid after this. We go back to here. Let's say we're watching Tesla 2. Go to all products. We don't want to just delete this. We want to click here, leave this here, and go to yellow 2. So give us a new tab. Okay? Now we're going to yellow 2. We're going to type in Tesla. Okay, let's say we want the Tesla 135 calls. Right click, send over to yellow 2. Okay, active trader. Let's type in yellow 2 here. Boom. Okay, so chart up. Boom here. Let's add this. Auto send on and off here. Quantity with buttons on here. And let's do this. Okay, so now we have Tesla calls here, and we have our Amazon calls here. They're both separate. So Tesla's right here. So we want to get in, or press this, buy market, boom. But let's say we don't have time to press buy. We want to go even further. We're going to set up our hotkeys, baby. We're going to set up our hotkeys. So we're going to go to setup right here, click this top right corner. So here we have our application settings. Now, first we want to click on hotkeys. Now, before anything else, we want to click enabled. Make sure on your active trader down here, let's scroll down. This is enabled. This is the only section we're going to be looking at. Now, instead of having to click, this is going to let us execute with our keyboard much, much faster and more efficient. So the only two that I use typically, now as a beginner, I used buy the ask, sell the bid, so you can change these on here, but I'm going to show you exactly like I promised what I do. I have my buy market. We're going to click this, go over here. I think it'll be default control clicked. We're going to have shift click, and then we're going to go shift and then A. Now I like shift A because my hand rests on the left side of the keyboard, and I like to be able to be over there to click. So shift A is going to be buy market. Sell market is going to be shift S. So we can click this, shift, and then S. See, these are both set up. You can change all of these that you like. You can play with this, see what all of these do for you. Then we're going to press apply settings. So check this out. Now that that's set up, let's say we're watching. I have my one hand here. We want to enter. Boom, we're in. Sell. Boom, we're in. Buy, we're in. Beautiful. At the click of a button using those hotkeys in the top right corner. So that's how I typically enter and exit my trades as a day trader. I'm in and out using my hotkeys. Now, that being said, you have to be careful because as a newbie, if you have this set up, like let's say you have an extra 0 in here on accident, right? Because it's going to buy whatever you have typed in this box. At this end, you accidentally press your hotkey for buy, or you accidentally press, you mean to press sell and you press buy twice, you're in double the position. That can get you in trouble. I've been there. So make sure as a newbie, you're really, you're practicing, you're getting it right. Maybe you have the keys spread out a few letters just in case so you don't click the wrong thing while you are learning to be efficient in using your hotkeys. So that being said, I do the same thing as I showed you with these over here. I add blue 3 right here, and then I add green 4 right here. So each of these lines up with this, okay? So this is where I do all my executions. This chart winds up with this option. This chart with this option, this chart with this option, this chart with this option. Or I have like, if I'm only doing 3 options for that day, I have SPX or ES up here, the bigger picture for SPY, and then I'll be watching my charts over here as well. So that being said, this is how I use Active Trader. This is how I set it up. This is the very basics. You can add a level 2 here, do all that fun stuff. Look at your charts. I typically have my 5-minute chart up or my 15-minute chart intraday. That's all I'll use here. And then you won't use this tab. You won't use this tab really. But your all products, this is your option chain. So let's go here. Let's look at this. So we go to Amazon, right? these are going to be all of our expiration dates. I typically, when I'm day trading, trade the same week, or even SPY, you're going to notice there's way more. I'll trade same day or the next day expiration depending on volume. These are all your expiration dates. We look at this. Calls are going to be on the left. Puts will be on the right. You will always be buying the ask on calls, buying the ask on puts. That's you don't do that with the bid. You buy the ask. You buy the ask. That's what you're going to get filled on. I like to go personally, if I'm trading this, 1 to 2 spots out of the money. Just because these contracts are cheaper does not mean they're better. I trade one of these few contracts right here. I'm not going to get into the Greeks and all that today, but I trade these typically at the money, 1 to 2 spots out, and that's the farthest I'll go. So again, expiration dates, calls on the left, puts on the right, always by the ask on these, and these are all your premiums. So with premiums and trading options, if this contract is 99 cents, that means it's $99. This contract is 23 cents, it means it's $23. 2.62 is $262. It's all in increments of 100. So that, or in 100. So that is how these work. This is how they're priced. Again, same thing as I talked about with the bid and the ask before. The price between these is the spread. Want to make sure your spreads are tight on options. And yeah, that's the basics of the option chain for you. You can edit your order down here if you'd really like, do all that fun stuff. We go over here to monitor. This is where you're going to see any positions you're in, any canceled orders, working orders, filled orders, your P&L for the day, P&L for the year. If you change that, turn that privacy mode off, and all of that good stuff. So that being said, let's go over to this. Let's go over to this tab real quick too. Let's go over to this real quick. Let's keep this moving. Now, as far as setting stop losses, right? As far as setting a stop loss, let's say you're in an option contract for these 100 calls. We want to go. Let's add this here. Let's just do this real quick. Let's say we have 10 contracts already. We've already bought them, right? We bought them. We're good. So let's say we want to set a sell order for these. So let's go here, and we don't own them, so we're going to have to work with this. We go here. Let's say we want a stop loss. You never want to set your stop loss as a limit order, because if you set your stop loss, if you go limit and you sell it below what you own it for, it's going to sell it immediately and you're going to lose. We don't set stop losses as these limits right here. Do not do that. Okay, instead, go here, press stop or stop limit. So if we go to stop here, then if we own our contracts at 90 cents and we want to sell them for 80, then you can put that stop in, send that, and if you want to walk away for the day, do whatever, your stop is in its heart. Okay, it's going to market sell when it gets to that. Boom, it's done. All right. So vice versa, let's say we want to do a stop limit. Okay, so that means a stop is a limit order, but if we have slippage and it goes past that, it's not going to fill you there, which means you're going to need this stop, this hard stop as your market, okay? So this is your stop limit. Your limit price is, let's say 0.9. Your stop is going to be this 0.5. So if I use that, I typically just use stop because I don't want slippage. I don't want to get filled super low or miss my stop on that limit order. So I'll just do stop right here. If it loses a few cents, whatever. That's what I personally do. So you can also use these trail stops if you're in a position. You enter there if you want it like 10 cents. If it rises, move that trail stop up. You can set that. You can adjust that here. I don't use these, but for newer traders, it's not a bad idea to use these. You can also use trail stop limits. Enter here. Have this trail stop here, trailing it behind, and you can use that as well on TD Ameritrade. I typically use market limits, and then the stops. These are the only really 3 that I use personally in any of my orders. And that's a little run on how that goes. So you can add your contracts here. You can change these up or down. You can do here. You can change expirations, ticker, calls or puts, strikes, all that stuff. You can change all that on this edit screen. However, I would recommend you do it by just manually going to here, all products, and changing options here. So that being said, also with the Analyze tab, this is kind of cool too. Let's say we type in SPY, right? If you type in SPY, for example, it'll go here and it will show you every single stock in SPY. It'll show you all the sectors. Maybe like Apple and Microsoft, which are 11% of SPY, huge, are down for the day, but SPY is still up. You can look at those. You can kind of gauge, okay, these are up, but why is SPY down? You can go look at the other sectors. Or maybe these are doing great, but SPY isn't doing so good. You can go look at what might be holding it down. What other stocks might be holding it down? Et cetera, et cetera. So you can look at a lot of cool stuff here. Use this. You can look up other stuff on other companies, NVIDIA, Amazon, Beyond. We hate BA, so not that. And a lot of other cool stuff here too. So One more thing too, while we're at it, you can also, when looking at this, you can use on demand for paper trading. If you click this, it'll take you to a whole separate thing. It'll change all this, and you can do real trades in real time on their on demand feature. I think it sucks. It's really laggy. It's not for me personally, but if you'd like to use that, you can as well. So being said, what else? Flexible grid. If we go to charts here, charts, if you go to the right, flexible grid, you can add charts and stuff here. It's basically the same thing, just more flexible. You can add to the right. Let's say we want to add one down here. We have all these. If you want to make it so these go away, you can click here. Let's go here, customize grid, turn this off. Boom, can't do this anymore. Now you have all these for your leisure to do whatever you would like with. Crazy stuff, right? So being said, you can move this to the side as well. Give yourself more room. Boom, we got that. And that's basically it, guys. I could sit here and go on this for hours, but that's how I set my charts up. You can go to tdameritrade.com. They have free tutorials as well to help you out. And hopefully this was helpful. We're going to have another episode this next Saturday. I'm not sure what's going to be on yet. It's going to be something good. We're going to build off of this, go over some candlestick stuff, go over some price action stuff, and have lessons every single week. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, tap in, let's get rich together. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Have an amazing week next week, and tune in for top stocks to watch this week every Sunday. God bless. See you guys next time, Team Bull. Peace.